girl that he liked as well, right?
Right.
And then went on a tour with him.
She was on a small plane heading to Florida from the Bahamas, where she was shooting a music video.
There was no chance that if I was there, we would have been on that plane. So, if I was there, I would have made sure that that jet that was supposed to be for her, the G4, she would have been on that. I wouldn't have got on that plane. You know what I'm saying? So it probably been different. When she actually was saw the plane, she we had the Blackberries. She said, "I don't like this plane," and I was like, "Well, don't get on it." And she was like, "Well, I got to because I got work to do." Got on the plane, and she always had a very serious fear of planes in general. So she had to overcome a fear to get on that plane on the way there. But what I was really more tight about was that I had heard that Lenny Kravitz had offered her a jet, and that Hype had took the jet. So that's what really pissed me off about the situation when I heard about that.
In 2001, the world was left in shock when the promising young singer and actress Aaliyah died tragically in a plane crash. However, over the years, rumors and conspiracy theories have swirled around the circumstances of her death, leaving many to wonder what really happened. Now, Damon Dash, a close friend, former lover, and business partner of Aaliyah, is speaking out and shedding light on the disturbing truth behind her untimely passing. Let's dive deep into Damon Dash's revelations and explore the shocking new information he's uncovered. If you guys remember, at the end of Aaliyah's time, Damon and Aaliyah were almost inseparable, almost like they were a married couple without actually tying the knot.
It's almost amazing to me that I'm the guy that was with Aaliyah.
Do you think you would have married her one day?
It looks like some fairy tales aren't meant to be completed. On the other hand, the princess of urban pop was a huge treasure to the music world. Her career started when she was just 10 years old in her debut song, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, and her popularity went uphill ever since. Sadly, the singer left this world with all her talent on August 25th, 2001.
She was on a small plane heading to Florida from the Bahamas.
Alas, it's been 2 decades since Aaliyah died from an airplane crash in the Bahamas, but her passing is still affecting those who are close to her. Speaking with The Real, the iconic R&B singer's ex-boyfriend, Rockefeller Records co-founder Damon Dash reflected on the scenario that led to Aaliyah's untimely passing, saying if he had been there, things probably would have been different. Host Jeannie Mae asked Dash whether there was any chance he could have been on the doomed plane. "There's no chance that if I was there, we would have been on that plane," he said, "so it would never happen that way." Dash explained that he had been against her going to the Bahamas to shoot the Rock the Boat video in the first place, but she felt like she had to go, and when she told him that she didn't like the plane that they were supposed to fly out on, again he warned her against it. He further said, "She told me she was going to the Bahamas, and I was against it, like, yo, don't go."
She was like, "I don't like that plane." And I was like, "Don't get on it." And she was just like, "I got to do it." It was a complicated situation, but she had to go do that video. So, if I was there, I would have made sure that that jet that was supposed to be for her, the G4, she would have been on that. I wouldn't have got on it.
Only now, many came forward with multiple speculations about Aaliyah's death, but the main question still remains the same. Who should be responsible for Aaliyah's death? After her death, it was revealed that the pilot, who wasn't qualified to fly the plane, had traces of cocaine and alcohol in his body. It was also discovered that the Cessna 402 twin-engine light aircraft had exceeded its maximum weight capacity by several hundred pounds. Wait, there's more. According to a bombshell new book on her life, R&B singer and actress Aaliyah didn't want to board the flight that cost the rising star her life. After remaining silent for decades, an eyewitness has alleged that the singer was given a sleeping pill and carried unconscious onto the suspect aircraft before her fatal 2001 crash in the Bahamas. The shocking allegation was dropped in a new biography, Baby Girl, better known as Aaliyah, by music journalist Kathy Landoli. They took her out of the van. She didn't even know she was getting boarded on a plane, stated Kingsley Russell, who was with Aaliyah. She went on the airplane asleep.
He got $90 million. He wouldn't stayed at the L'Hermitage Hotel. We ate good. and straight in deep mourning, right?
OG Piero Attiola Marv, who was an associate and close friend of Barry Hankerson, was with him when Aaliyah died. And it's pretty clear Barry, who was Aaliyah's uncle, was less than devastated by her death. In fact, he went ahead and had a very lavish dinner with friends at that time when he was apparently in mourning of her death. Barry's motivation behind getting his niece killed is really obvious: money. But why did he get paid for Aaliyah's death? In a very shady move, Aaliyah's uncle signed an agreement just 5 days before her death, stating that if something were to happen to her, he would not be held accountable. Not only that, Barry Hankerson also wasted no time in settling lawsuits after Aaliyah's death, and ended up receiving a whopping $90 million. Yeah, I know what you guys are thinking, and you're right, because at the time of her death, Aaliyah was signed to her uncle's record label. Well, this $90 million isn't the only money Barry Hankerson made out of Aaliyah's death. For years, he has owned the rights to her music, and strangely, Aaliyah's estate that should have made money from her music after her death was completely left out. Well, this isn't the first time Barry has done something shady with regards to Aaliyah. Barry was the one who introduced Aaliyah to R. Kelly, and even though the reason was to kickstart Aaliyah's music career, this one meeting was the beginning of years of abuse for Aaliyah. However, Barry says he had no clue.
Were you aware of the issues going on with R. Kelly when they were going on?
No, didn't have a clue.
Despite being the one to introduce Aaliyah to Kelly and being their manager, Barry has tried to shift the blame to Aaliyah's mother. Even if he hadn't known of the abuse, it's his ignorance that allowed it to happen right under his nose. No one would ever believe that Aaliyah would fall prey to Kelly, even when her uncle was right there. Clearly, he had failed to protect her. The truth, however, is far more sinister. One of Kelly's backup dancers, Jovante Cunningham, claimed that Barry knew about the relationship, but continued to keep quiet and work with Kelly for the money. Barry knew exactly what was going on. I remember coming off tour and Robert saying that he wasn't going to renew his management contract with Barry. Barry said, "If you don't renew my management contract, I'm going to pull the plug on you and Aaliyah." And Robert didn't, or so I thought. And maybe 2 or 3 days later is when we found out about the marriage. I didn't know anything about it. I remember thinking to myself, "You dirty mother, you would do this to your niece? You're okay with this type of behavior?" Wow. It's clear that Barry knew about the relationship, but continued to let Kelly take advantage of his niece just so he could make some profit. In fact, he even blackmailed Kelly to keep working with him, or else he would expose the marriage. But if you see closely, R. Kelly's involvement and motive behind Aaliyah's murder is as clear as day. He got into a relationship with her when she was only 13, and just like any abuser, convinced Aaliyah to keep their relationship a secret. He later told one of his girlfriends, Lisa Van Allen, that Aaliyah and him had a pins and needles relationship.
Their situation, they had a pact, pins and eyeballs, no matter what anyone said or if anyone stuck pins in their eyeballs, they would never tell about their relationship.
No matter what happened, and regardless of how much anyone pushed them, they wouldn't accept the relationship in public. But when Aaliyah got pregnant, Kelly realized he had messed up badly. Aaliyah getting pregnant meant everyone would find out Kelly was with an underage girl. So in order to protect himself, he faked her birth certificate and married her. But it's clear that Kelly was abusing her during the time that they were together. Fortunately, Aaliyah's family got their marriage annulled, and Aaliyah was able to escape the predatory hold of Kelly. After knowing what happened to Aaliyah in the past, Dame was not shy and spilled the beans about R. Kelly.
Raped my girl that he liked as well, right?
Right.
And then went on a tour with him.
On the other hand, many speculate that maybe Jay-Z had a hand in Aaliyah's death due to their history. For a long time, Jay-Z has been rumored to be involved in both Aaliyah's case and life. According to Damon, before Beyonce, Jay-Z had R&B queen Aaliyah in his sights. He even told us about Jay's pursuit of Aaliyah, saying he tried very hard. "I didn't mean to fall in love with Aaliyah. She was just that cool," he further said. "But you know, we were both going hard. Everybody was trying to get Aaliyah. It was not just Jay." Well, Jaguar Wright came forward to put a clear light on the whole situation. Hypothetically, we can say that Jay-Z did sacrifice Aaliyah.
Oh, they made all those records together. They both fucked Aaliyah. They shared so much in common.
For all we can say now that Jay-Z cleared the way for Beyonce, his current wife, by sacrificing Aaliyah because she was the princess of R&B. When he realized he can't control Aaliyah in a way he can control Beyonce, the choice was easy. He just had to get rid of Beyonce's #1 competitor in the music industry to give her career the needed push at that time. Sadly, after doing all this, they still have the audacity to pretend like nothing that sort of ever happened.
Wait, wasn't this all around the time when Aaliyah died?
Yeah.
And Beyonce's solo career was struggling?
Not only that, as according to Jaguar, when Aaliyah died, Beyonce's solo career was still struggling, and all she needed was an empty spot that would make her popular. Well, Aaliyah's death just did the work for her struggling career, and now look, she has what she can never wish for. Well, Aaliyah and Jay-Z do have a relative romantic history, as she also dated Jay-Z before Beyonce, and it's speculated that Beyonce stole Jay from Aaliyah. Not only that, it's also speculated that Jay-Z is Beyonce's handler, and he will not allow her to dye her hair black because it would remind him too much of Aaliyah and his love for her, or maybe he's just guilty. Who knows? But it's time that the law punish the ones who are responsible for innocent people's lives. People like Aaliyah who are loved by everyone even now. Fans also demand justice for Aaliyah's untimely demise. I want justice for Aaliyah and the other victims of R. Kelly, even if the parents had been aware of what he was doing to their daughters. That's it for today, folks. Until next time, goodbye.